Kia ora. Hello. How's everyone doing today? Well, it's finally finished. Let's see if I can get a better picture of it for you. Isn't it gorgeous? For a 40 by 40 centimetres, I am absolutely amazed how this turned out with all the detail. I'll try and just zoom in and show you. So you can see that wine glass and his face with all the kisses on it. And even the wording for the size, you can see it says Kiss the Cook. You can see quite clearly this is a big pot with the lid. I don't know if it shows up on the camera well enough for you, but you can see it's got the wooden spoons and there's the railing behind him, and you've got the whisk, and there's someone knocking on my door, and there shouldn't be anyone knocking on my door because we're in lockdown. Yeah, you see little kisses marks on its face. Isn't that cute? I just absolutely love it. I'm blown away by it. Also, though, it is squares, and squares do make a better picture. So, I guess there's that theory. This was from Huacan. And we'll see how many drills I had left over from doing this. But I recommend, if you're going to try squares and you've never done them before, definitely try this one because it's cheap. It's a Huacan one. And the only problems, if I had to be real nitpicky and find problems with this canvas, I'd say it did have a few popping drills, but that's okay. All you do is put books. That's my stash of books. As you're working on it, just when you're finished, put the heavy books over it. And take them off, carry on working on it, finish, put the paper down, put the box on it. Really was just a few popping drills, and maybe the word "the" could have stood out a little bit more, but you can notice it does say "the." If it's from a distance, I can't wait to get it framed and see what it looks like on the wall and really stand back and have a good look at it. But the downside is the frame. Well, guess what? This size is a little bit bigger than what it says, 40 by 40 centimetres. The worst thing is it doesn't fit the frame. So I got the tape measure out and I actually measured this, and it comes up to about 41 and a half by 41, just over 41. So it's just a little bit too big for the frame. Usually when that happens, I cut a little bit, just get the scissors and just literally cut straight up the beading. Just follow the line, just get the scissors and just chop it off to fit the frame. That hardly ever happens, because I always take a tape measure with me when I buy the frames. But it doesn't mean that when you buy the canvas, it's going to be that 50 by 40 centimetres is going to be exactly 50 by 40 centimetres. So sometimes it doesn't quite work out the way you want it to. For instance, with this one. So because of that, if you look over here, you see how close the K is? I don't really want to cut too close to that. Just about, like if you come down here, you've got the pot handle. You come down here, you've got these gorgeous spoons. And also the elbow's a bit further over. But then on this side, if you cut down here, you're going to cut into the spooning again and into the big sieve there. I just love that sieve. That really stands out. A whisk sieve. Whisk. And that whisk stands out and looks really nice. And his elbow's just too close to that end. So you need just about every inch of this painting to make it stand out and just look the part. I just couldn't cut it. I couldn't cut any little bit off. And as you can see, the hat's too close to the top. And then down the bottom, you've got his apron, his red apron, which I just absolutely love. And of course here's the folding of his white chef jackets over the top of his red apron. So, you know, I just couldn't do it. I could not bring myself to do it. So we're just going to put this one away for now. And after lockdown, I will go find me a frame for it. But I had more than enough beads to do this one. And to show you, my containers hold 9 bags. And look, so there's about 7 bags in there, easy. So, you know, I'll be keeping that. Just to give you an idea, these are, so as you can see, you know, you've got more than enough. I don't keep leftovers if they're just small amounts like this, but I definitely keep something like that. You know, so anything that's halfway, like that'll go. Anything that's halfway or more, I'll keep. Yeah. And I hardly ever order Huacans, so I'm not gonna have a lot of these in my stash from that company. But like I said, like honestly, I would definitely do this again. Just in a bigger size is all I'd recommend. I don't know why I got the 40 by 40. I'm glad I did, maybe because it was just cheap. I'd definitely go if you're interested in this one. If you haven't done squares before, go 40 by 40, do this size. Okay, if you've done squares before, I highly recommend you go 60 by 60, 80 by 80. I would love to do an 80 by 80 in this for myself, for my kitchen. I think I'll do this one for Christmas present. So, and I just love doing squares because the squares just give it a better picture. Like I think if I'd done this in rounds, there's just no way it would have come out as so nice as this, so detailed. That's the difference between the squares and the rounds. And you'll find that the square drills, they have more shine to them, whereas the round drills are more sparkly. And the round drills, they have more gapping in the canvas, whereas you can see the squares, they go place to place. These sit next to each other, so there's hardly any gapping. If you get good drills, there's no gapping. If you get gaps with squares on your canvas, it is not because of you. And it's not because of the way you're placing them. It's because the drills are different sizes and the canvas is seeing through. So therefore the quality of your drills are not as good. These ones, these drills, you could actually tell were the El Cheapo ones. They were quite just the plasticky type coating ones. Definitely not the AB drills, definitely not. But still, I'm just amazed at how it turned out. So I'll pop that one aside, and just show you. This is how I got. If I've got anything to store like this, I just get a cardboard. Okay, just make sure it's longer than your canvas and wider than your canvas. Alright, and just fold it down. So that was a box. Just and just chop the sides, the flaps, just chop them off, and then just stick it in between and put heavy books on it, and then that will stay there till we're out of lockdown and I can go buy a decent frame for it. What else was there? Oh, a couple of questions. Oh, and a big thank you to Tom for leaving lovely comments on my videos. That's so nice of you. Yeah, no, I really enjoy doing my videos. It relaxes me. It's time out for me and gives me something to do. It's a hobby that I enjoy doing, and yeah, if I can help other people with diamond paintings, then why not? You know, it's all about helping each other out. We're all in this together, as they say. So, I've got a couple of more questions here. Let's see, what were they? Where, I'll put you on him so you can see him and have a good look at him while I'm reading these out. Where is a good but cheap place to order diamond paintings in New Zealand that don't take months to arrive? Well, definitely not AliExpress. It takes a good 2 to 3 months to get here. Well, depending on where you are, there are a few shops that sell them. Spotlight, the Warehouse. Now, I used to get some from the Warehouse. Now, I'm not sure if all warehouses have stopped selling them or if it's just our warehouse here. So get on the Warehouse website and have a look for them. I think they're called Diamond Dots at the Warehouse. Warehouse Stationery used to also sell them, but I think our Warehouse Stationery here has stopped selling them, but it doesn't mean all warehouses. Warehouse Stationeries around the country have stopped selling them. So it's just worth to give them a ring or just go have a look. Craftables in Tauranga, the Ribbon Rose in Auckland, Uncle Bill's. Now I've heard Uncle Bill's has a big selection of them. Unfortunately, they're in Hastings. I'm in Napier, so I can't get out there. I don't go over that way at all. But just remember, if you're buying cheap, you're going to get what you pay for. And size does matter when buying. So, if you're looking, I honestly wouldn't go any smaller than a 40 by 40 unless it's sort of like something that's focused on one picture, like of a rose or of a butterfly. But the more detail, the bigger the size you'd like to go. My normal sizes I like to work with is a 50 by 40 centimetres. I find they make a really good picture. I do a lot of diamond paintings for other people, and they're big ones though. You're talking like 100 times 60 centimetres that take forever and a day to do, but they are very nice. So the bigger you go, the more detail it's going to have, and the nicer it's going to stand out. And squares definitely over rounds for me, but doesn't mean that it has to be that way for you. You might prefer rounds. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I have a question about blue tack. Is it better than the wax? Well, I've never had a problem with the pink wax, but by all means, if you want to give it a go, you also may like to try the white wax or the, what's it called, the poster party, or paddy wax is another good one that I've heard of, people talking about. I'm still using my wax from over a year ago. Now, I don't know if that's because it came with the diamond dots that I bought from the Warehouse. It was the first one I ever did, and it was the wax from that one, and I've just continuously been using it. I still have so much of it. Never had a problem with it either. And where is the best place to start from on your canvas? Okay, so for me, when I do big ones, I bring the canvas down. I start from the top. Okay, so I go 30 rows down. Because usually it's cut into two. So I peel it down, go 30 rows, and then I'll do that section. I try and do a section a day. And then as I'm working on it, I push it back up onto the table. Okay, the reason for that is if I was working the other way around and I started from the bottom, then I'd be moving my work down, and so it'd be going down past my knees, and that's where you're going to come into trouble with your diamonds falling off. When I do the extra large ones, and they're probably like the length, literally like the length of this table, I work on them sideways, so the whole canvas is on the table, and I will just do a section at a time and then go right down the one side. Then when I'm finished, I would flip it over, canvas over, and then I'll go and work my way right down the other side. So I'll leave the questions there for now. I've got some more, we'll save those for another day. I'll just show you the next one here that we're going to be working on. I really cannot wait. Oh, isn't it pretty? I really like this one. Unfortunately, let's see, they call it a beautiful character. No, they don't. I want a name for her. Can you come up with a name for her? Write down what you think and put it in the comments. I'd love to see what names that we can come up with for her. And just looking at the drawers, they're not, we have some quite bright purples. I hope they're not dull colours. I hope they're bright colours. But we'll get into that and we'll kit that one up. And I'll explain to you step by step how I kit mine up. In case there's anything there that you might have missed. And I look forward to starting on this one. So I hope everyone's taking care of themselves and being safe. And I'm going to leave it there for now. So don't forget to like my videos and subscribe and hit the bell so you get notifications of my next videos, and it'll be working on this one here. And people who subscribe to my channel will automatically go into the draw to win diamond paintings, giveaways and vouchers. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and finally seeing that guy finish, the cook, the chef. Oh, stole my heart, that one. Send me your favourite questions and leave them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. And if you're in lockdown, be safe, stay home, save lives. Ka kite. Bye for now.